Hello everyone, my name is Prakash Methani and welcome to Learn in Tech. Today I'm going to talk about how you can create landing page or a web page using HTML and CSS. This is what my page look like and we need to convert this page in HTML and CSS code. So how we can do that? We'll be talking about that. So first of all, what we need to talk about that how we can divide this particular page in different sections so that we can build our page section wise. So we need to first create this header section. After that we'll create the left navigation or left pane or right pane, and after that we'll create this footer section. So for that purpose we'll be needing some of the images that are already in this image file. We'll be needing this learn more button, this background image, and text from this particular image, and this setting image, bulb image, learn more image, photo gallery image, and all these 4 footer images also, and the text for that web page. So I've already cropped my page and I've separated all the images here in my image folder, and this is my HTML project folder where the image folder in there, and I've also created an index.html and a CSS folder. Inside that I have global.css. So I'll be going my code section. There is my global.css file and this is my index.html file. In the index.html file I have linked my global.css file using the link tag. So you can do that, and I'll start creating that particular page. Now we have all the images, we have index.html, we have our global.css file for the CSS purpose. So I'll be start creating the page. So in the body section, if you can see that I have created this class container and this class container end here, and again inside that class container I have created this banner section. You can see that this div end here, and in this particular banner section I have created a h1 tag, and inside that h1 tag I've included spotlight heading, and after that there's a paragraph which contains the text, which is our spotlight heading and the text inside that particular banner. And now I need to include this background image, so I'll be doing that by using CSS. So this is my CSS starting code. This asterisk represent that the margin and padding of all HTML element will be 0 by default, and the body background color will be light gray, and I have created a container class which is this particular container class, and I have given a width of 795 pixel to this particular container class, and the background color will be white, and height will be auto, and there will be a padding of 10 pixel top and bottom and 5 pixel left and right, and margin will be auto so that this particular container will come into the center. And after that there is the banner section class. Banner sec class I have created for banner, and inside that banner sec class I have included a background, and inside that background I have included a URL for this particular image, and the height will be 253 pixel, and there is a margin left, color, and padding, so on. So you'll see that how it goes in my browser section. So right now there is nothing in browser. If I refresh the browser, now you can see that it's look good the way we want it. Alright, so our top section is created. Now we need to include a learn more button in our banner section itself. So this is my banner section, it end here. So before the end I will include a div here, and inside that div I will include a class named learn more. Alright, and I'll include some CSS to this particular learn more section. So now what I need to do is I need to add a background image in this particular learn more section, and I'll be doing by going to the root of folder and in the images section we need to include our learn more image here. So this is our learn more. We'll see that the blue one. Alright, just copy the name of your button and paste it here, put the extension, make it no repeat, and you can also include the width and height of this particular button by going to the detail of this particular section. It will be 97 by 22, so I will include it 97 pixel by height 22 pixel, and we'll see that how it's look in browser. Now you can see that how it's looking in browser. So I need to include this particular section here in this bottom of this particular banner. So there is a lot of way we can achieve that. Either you can make this particular section position absolute, and from bottom you can set up like 5 pixel, and before that you need to make your banner section position also relative, so that it's gonna take from your top section over there. So I'll make it 25 pixel from bottom, so it's looking good. So this is the one way you can include it here, or either you can simply put the margin top. Alright, so I've achieved by this way. Now our top section is done. Now we need to include this box 1 heading section and box 2 heading section. So for that purpose I need to create, I will minimize this particular section and I'll create a div section, and there will be another div section. So now we have two div, one is for left section and one is for right section. And now include a class called left sec and copy this particular section and now make it right sec. All right, I will create the same two classes on the CSS itself to provide proper CSS. Left sec, and there we go with right sec. Now I need to divide the entire width into left section and right section. So we have 795 pixel, that is your around 398 or 397. You can do it anyway. So I will include width is 398 pixel, or I think I need to make it 397 first, and also the right section will be our 397 pixel. Height will be auto, and I need to include one border so that 1 pixel solid. And if I type something inside these particular div, you will be able to understand how these div are coming in our web pages. So right now if you can see that these two div are coming one after another, because the reason is that div element is by default a block element. So if you don't know, there are two type of element. One is a block element, one is your inline element. Block element come after another on next line every time, and inline elements come in a same line. So if you need to make the block element an inline element, you can make it. So I'll make it that. We can make it by using float left or float left, this particular one also. So now you can see that still it is not coming the way it is. So that means the width of our div is bigger or larger because we have already included a border. So we need to remove space a little bit. Okay, so I think there is a padding also, so we need to make it 386. Now you can see that it's coming good, but there is the white space is going back. So what we need to do now, after these div, we need to create another div to making the space clear. So have we already included a class clear? No. So we need to create a clear class here. I'll tell you what's clear class actually do. Now you can see that that white space is coming after this particular div. So all it was not happening because whenever you make your div float left or float right, so that means the next div is not able to understand that whether it have to take div element as a block or whether it has to take div element as an inline. So you need to clear this space. So whatever you make float left or float right, you need to clear that particular class. So you can do this by using a clear class, by where I've included clear both. So you can also use clear left, clear right if you're using a single class. Let's suppose I'm using float left, so I can only make clear left and it will work fine for me. But I've included for precaution that anytime if I use float right, so this class will work for me. Now we have this left section and right section. What we need to do is we need to add background color to these classes. Right, we need to add background color. So I'll be adding background color to both these left section and right section, and the background will be same 5, and the same goes with our, and we don't need this particular border class now. We'll remove this and we need to include some more width to these classes to make it fit to the screen size. So now it's look like this, and we need to create space in between also. So what I'm gonna do in the right section, there will be a margin left. I'm gonna provide that will be around 10 pixel, like so. 10 pixel would be fine. And width I will make it 390 pixel, and this one is also 390 pixel. You'll see that if it is fit to the screen size or not. Still we need to include some more width, 392 pixel. Now you can see that it is coming fair enough. Can we include one more pixel? I'm sorry, 393. No, 393 is not working properly. So yes, so in one section we have 392, one section we have 393. That's 1 pixel difference, but make sure you can either make it 392 or 394 both. But I have created this is like that. So this is done. Now what we need to include, a heading in both the section and these icon over here. So how we can do that? I'll be going in my left section here, and I will create a h2 tag. H2 tag here, and we'll add box 1 heading. Box 1 heading is there, and after that there's nothing else, and I can include a class box 1, and inside a CSS I'm gonna create this box 1 class to include actually a background image to that particular heading. So I need this icon 1 image, and I will include it. And whatever the width and height of this particular image, I will take that 30 by 30. No repeat. And the width of this particular image will be 30 pixel, and the height will be 30 pixel, and I hope so it's work fine. Now that is box 1, and also the image look like that. Okay, so what I did that, I need to make this width bigger than this because the text is breaking down over there. So just make it 350, and now what I need to do is I need to include a padding left of this particular section so that the image with the text will not overlap the image. Now I can see that it's coming in the center, so I need to make it like 50, so it's look good now. But I have to make sure that I need to also include I hope so it work fine. Yes, the image is bit, so need to make it 5 pixel. Okay, that's so fine. So the image is coming in center now, and the heading is quite good. And now what I need to include, we need to include this particular section now. So how we can include, I can create an entire UL section in my this particular div. I will create the unordered list, and inside that there will be list item, and I will be just creating different allies here, and I'll paste the data in this particular allies from here. Once the data is added to these ally section, now what we need to do is we need to create a class list here and add some functionalities to these particular UL list class. So the background color will be white, and I'll be adding width to this particular section, and the width will be around 380 pixel. We'll see that how it's looking in browser. So now you can see that it's looking good in browser. Let me make it 382 pixel, and this is how it's look in browser. And now what we need to do, in every li I need to make it margin left, and I'll put margin left around 20 pixel. So now you can see that all these icons are coming in this UL section properly, and it's look quite similar what we need here, but we need to create these spaces in between the line. So we can do that, we'll create line height for this purpose. So let's suppose if I make line height up around, let me make it 30 pixel. So the line height will be 20 pixel and the margin bottom will be something like 5 pixel. So there will be gap after every li. So this is how it's look, and I need to add some padding. So padding will be like 10 pixel from top bottom. So that's cool. Our box headings look like this, and it's quite similar to this section. Now what we need to include a learn more button here. After that, this particular UL, I will include a learn more button which we already created. So I'll create another learn more button here. So I'll tell you that how you can also include the inline style in your project. So just for example, make sure you do not use inline style until unless you need it. It is not recommended to use inline because it's confuse your code structure to whosoever your backup developer is working with your code. It'll be confused about that. So always use internal or external style sheet. I'll recommend you to use external style sheet, but for your reference how to include inline style sheet I'll tell you here. So let's suppose I need a background image here. So I think so this learn more button we don't need any background image. I can do it by using an image tag also. Image in the source section, what we need that image, that is this learn more one. It's learn more.gif. So go to your images, learn more.gif. We'll see that whether it is coming or not. So it is coming perfectly there. So what you need to make some margin over there. So this is my style sheet, internal style, sorry, inline style, and I'm gonna put margin top, that will be 10 pixel. And here you can see that this is how it's look. It's looking good. Now the same structure we need to create in the right hand side section. So what I'll do, I'll just copy his entire code from here to my right section. Always make sure that your opening and closing tag, you're putting the data between the tag, and once that is pasted, you can see that the stream structure is created here. Now what we need to do, we need to change this background image here, and we need to include two images. One of the photo gallery is also here. So how we can do that, we'll talk about in the section. So first I will copy this particular section from here and we'll put in our right section. And now what I need to do, I need to create another class instead of box one here. I need to create a box2 class, and I'll go in my section, sorry, so that will be our box2 class. What I need to do, I need to just change the name of this box class. It will be box2, and I need to change the image URL also. So I need to include this bulb image. I hope so. This is the bulb image we need here. All right, so this name of bulb image is icon2.gif. It is icon2.gif image, and let's say we then sit in browser. So now it's good, the image is there, and our learn more section is also here. Learn more is already there. We need to include a photo gallery here now. Just copy this particular div and paste it here. Now you'll see that element is coming one after another. You need to make it float left in order to float left, and this one is also float left. So now it's coming one after another, and put your margin left here. That would be around your 5 pixel. I think now we're good to go. So these are learn more images now, and after these two, do not forget to include your clear both class. Include your clear class, so that on the next div you would not have any problem. So now these two sections is created. Now we need to create our final section to include these 4 images. We can do that by simply using UL and LI. So now these right section is created, left section is created, and after that there is a clear both section is there, and after that clear section we'll be creating this footer section here. So it will be like, so I'll be creating this by using UL and LI. Unordered list, and after that 4 LIs we need here. Four LIs we need, and create a class name footer, and in this code section include ul.footer and ul.footer.li. So for the li purpose we'll be needing to create 4 more classes, or either we can simply put our image there, no problem, we'll create this. So inside the li section include your image tag in all the LIs, and paste it there. And now what we need to include is, we need to include an image reference here. What sort of image we need here? It's take the name of your every image and paste it there. .gif. Now change the name like 2, 3 and 4, the way it is in our code these images folder here. So once that is done, we'll see that it is coming one after another, because your UL and LI is also a blocks element, and we need to just change it. First, make your list style type none, so that these dot will be removed. Once these remove and make it float left, and this is how it's coming there. Or either you can just make it display inline block also. This way it will also look the same, but there will be a space in between every li when you make it display inline block, and when you make it float left, there is no space in between every element. For your UL, I'll create a div here and take the ending tag, cut it, paste it after UL, and add a class called list there. All right, and add background. Background would be our this one. Okay, hashtag e5 e5 e5, and add padding that is around 10 pixel. We'll see how it's look. It is coming properly now there. Add margin top. So that it looks separated, and this is good. Now we need to include some more spaces in between. These classes. So now make your UL background changed, and we'll see that how it's look now. So that's perfectly fine. Add padding, that is about 5 pixel. Add padding like 10 pixel. This is how it's look in browser now, and now you can include your margin right around 7 pixel. No, make it 6 pixel. So it's 5 is fine. So make some padding left also, 12 pixel around. So it's look good now. So your entire web page is created the way we wanted to create in our HTML section, and you can see that it's look like the same that we have created. We need to create. So this is how you can create wireframe and PSD to HTML conversion, and pixel wise convert your PSD to an HTML form, or can create your simple HTML page. So let me know in the comment section how you like it. If you need a code, let me know that. I'll give you if I can provide you, and please subscribe my channel and watch more videos. More video will be coming. So this is all for this particular section, and let me know in a comment section how you like it, and if you need code in case, let me know also that, and I'll try to provide you, and I'll be creating more videos on HTML and CSS. So please subscribe my channel and watch more videos. Thank you so much.